Hi Virgo, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your December 2021 monthly tarot forecast. This is a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If you are a cross watcher, you might be able to resonate with some of these messages. So guys, I would like to say welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Also, if you could please give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate that. So, the overall guidance for you, Virgo, for the month of December 2021 is honor thyself. All right, so let's see what the cards have to say. Please stick around to the end of the reading though, guys. I am looking at specific areas later on. What does Virgo have coming up in the month of December 2021, please? Also, guys, all the decks that I am using, they are listed below, along with the links for purchasing them if you are interested. So, honor thyself. Listen to yourself, trust your gut, do what you feel is right for you. But let's see. Virgo. What does Virgo have coming up in December? So we have the Hanging Man. It is sideways. So some of you are coming out of this energy. You're no longer stuck. Or you may no longer be stuck in the very near future. Look at that. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So change is coming in. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are wondering what I'm doing, I do prefer the jumpers. All right, Virgo, what does Virgo have coming up in the month of December? Okay, so at your foundation, we have the High Priestess. Okay, in the recent past, you have the Nine of Cups. Crowning you, you have the Knight of Swords. Coming up in the near future, you have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Some of you doing a little investigative work, perhaps. Let's see. Virgo, you could be checking someone out. Wow. We have the Hierophant here. Right as I say that, you have the Six of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant. So now we just need a final outcome here, which is energy that you will experience at the end of December going into the new year. What is the outcome for Virgo, please? Five of Cups, for many of you, this is in the reverse. Not for some of you, but for many of you, this is in the reverse. Okay. So somebody could be righting a wrong. Let's see. There could be some sort of truth or clarity that's coming in. This could be taking place for some of you, maybe when you least expect it. I see you letting go of the past. Starting the new year right, but there is still some fear here. You have the Nine of Swords, some fear. Some of you, with all of these swords, you may be overthinking some things, definitely. You can change this energy, especially with it being minor arcana energy. You can change this. Now, for some of you, you could be letting go of someone or something. You may see things from a different perspective. Some of you may just give up. And that's why you have change coming in. For some of you, a cycle is wrapping up, and it could be because maybe you're turning your back on someone or something. Let's see. You have the Nine of Swords. You have the Seven of Wands. And then you have Temperance. Maybe in the past, Virgo, you could have been fighting with someone, or even multiple different people. Yes, some of you maybe had to defend yourself, maybe quite a bit in the past. I think that you're worried that maybe you're going to have to defend yourself again, or maybe, you know, if a certain person or a group of people maybe came at you prior. I see this very fearful, nervous energy here. It's almost like fearing that it's going to happen again, but it's fear. It's actually not happening. For some of you, there could have been a battle in the past where maybe something was lost, or, you know, maybe, you know, it was just a battle and it was very difficult. Some of you may feel emotionally, mentally depleted, and you just don't want to experience that again. I see you very protective of yourself. Some of you may be choosing to just maybe surrender, or could be making some sort of sacrifice here. Feel like you just want peace. Yeah, there's the Empress. You just want peace. Some of you are trying to heal a situation. Others, I feel like you're trying to heal yourself. This is some self-love, some self-care that's needed at this time, because I feel like the battle, whatever you went through, I really feel like this is old energy. This is past energy, and I feel like you're nervous that you're going to experience, you know, this all over again. Some of you may even feel bullied. That's not all of you, but for a few of you, you know, maybe there were some people, maybe you had to go up against someone or a group of people, and some of you may even feel a little bullied. Maybe some of you were pushed into doing something that you didn't want to do, something like that. But you are being encouraged to do what you feel is right, because you already know exactly what you should do. You know what's best for you. Some of you are very guarded. I mean, your guard is up. You're worried. I think that some of you are definitely overly worried, but it's for a good reason. So here in the month of December, I mean, you could really be working on that, trying to balance your thoughts, your emotions. I actually see you just very, very in touch here with spirit. Some of you very spiritual beings. You could be becoming more spiritual, but your intuition is on point. Maybe some of you felt the need to pull back from a situation to protect yourself. This was you withdrawing. Now, for some of you, this period could be coming to an end. It's over with, the way that this landed. For others, you're coming out of this. It could be around the second week. You may have Aquarius in your chart. If there was no communication prior, maybe you held back from saying something, maybe you held back from speaking your truth. Some of you, maybe you just pulled your energy back, you withdrew from a situation. I do see communication here in December. Some of you are a little nervous. You have this very defensive energy here. So when you maybe hear from a particular person, and it could be an air sign. We have very strong Gemini coming through. Aquarius and Gemini, that's what I'm getting. But of course could be any air sign. When you do receive this news or this communication, you could be a little defensive, a little nervous. But I feel like intuitively you already know exactly what you need to do when it comes to this scenario. And for some of you, that could be just to maybe give up, pull back, separate yourself from whatever this is. But for others, I mean, you may feel inspired to speak your truth. You may feel very defensive. You may want to stick up for yourself. You may just want to speak your truth. Maybe some of you do feel bullied. And so maybe you want to speak your truth. Speak up. Because I see you being quiet prior. I really feel like many of you pulled back. And you may have actually, some of you could have worked from home. For others, you could have just been staying home. You have the 9 of Cups here in the recent past. You have a lot of independent energy here. This is someone who's good. They're good all on their own. They don't need anybody else. A lot of independent energies here. I feel like some of you felt like someone was a traitor. You may feel bullied, may or may not. Others, I feel like a situation was a little toxic, and so you pulled back. And you were good. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is you good all on your own. There could have been a wish in the recent past. But you can see here in this particular 9 of Cups, you see the house, you see the dog. You can have everything you want and be by yourself. And so some of you were good at home. But right at the start of December, I do see change coming in. That may be the challenge. Also, the challenge here at the start of the month may be you, Virgo, taking a chance because some of you are nervous. This is you maybe thinking the same thing over and over again. Very negative, fearful thoughts going round and round. Some of you, there's like for some of you, this could be a fear of being abandoned. For those of you that are partnered, maybe you or your person wanted to take a break. And so in the past, you may have separated from someone. Some of you may not have wanted that, but for others, maybe this was you. You did want this. Depends on you and what you have going on. But those of you that did not want this, I feel like you were good prior, but maybe you fought this. And it could be because you thought someone was going to leave you. There could be this fear of being abandoned. For some of you, that's something that you have to conquer. Some of you have this fear of being abandoned. Fear of abandonment. This could be a legal separation for some of you, not all of you. I am reading for some Virgos, maybe you're married and you took a break. However, I do see a reunion here in the near future. This could be around Christmas time. For others, you have the Knight of Swords here. You have the Queen of Swords here around the second week. There could be an air sign that's reaching out to you. Also, there could be some sort of truth that's coming to light. You may be watching someone or you may be being watched. So keep that in mind. Some of you are aware of this because we have the High Priestess at your foundation. You already know this, especially if you're psychic or intuitive. You already know this. But for others, this is something that maybe you're unaware of. And you could be learning about this around the second week of December. I see you overly worried though. So maybe you're finding out, for some of you, you may be finding out that you're being watched at work. Something like that. This is either you investigating someone, Virgo, or you're being investigated. So just keep that in mind. It's not all of you, but for some of you, that's what this is. Those of you that are psychic or gifted, you know this already. And so there could be this nervous energy, nervous about, you know, what you say when you're around others. If you work for an organization, this could be nervous around maybe higher ups. There's this nervous energy here. Nervous that, you know, something is going to be found out. I mean, you have the Knight of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords. If some sort of truth has been hidden, if there was some sort of deception, or unfair treatment, that would be coming to light. I mean, it's karmic. The universe has control of this. So now, if you're getting a divorce, this could be something involving a child. Six of Cups. Could be that maybe there's a custody battle that's going on, or this is something that's coming up. And for some of you, this is online. This is online. So it could be that, you know, your social media is being watched. The Knight of Swords is an aggressive energy, though. So you could be dealing, I mean, some of you do have a traitor in your midst here. This is someone who's aggressive, and they could be looking for answers. Someone could be digging here. Could be an ex. That's not all of you, but for some of you, it could be an ex. This could be you as well. Queen of Swords is the scorned woman. You may have an ex that's younger than you. And you may feel like this person left you waiting. You know, you may have been hanging on to this person, this relationship. I see you giving up, though. Giving up here at the start of December. For some of you, this could be something you already did. And you may be missing this person for those of you that split up, or those of you that are taking a break. I see you missing this person, especially around Christmas time. And, you know, if it's not missing an ex, this is you really reminiscing a lot. With the Six of Cups, you're thinking about the past. I see you mourning the past. I see you really missing the past, you know, whether that be an ex, or it could be you missing a family member, a sibling, an old friend that maybe, you know, you hung out with every Christmas. You guys did, you know, maybe special things together, whatever it is. You made a lot of memories with this person. This is depression. This is you really reminiscing quite a bit. And this is you quite depressed, actually. That's what I'm getting. This is a heavy energy, Virgo. So, I mean, some of you, you could be, you, Virgo, especially if you're, well, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, really, but you, Virgo, could be, you could be checking on someone online. I mean, maybe you're going to look at someone's social media. Maybe you're curious. Did they, you know, settle down with someone? Did they move on? If this is an ex, you know, what does this person have going on in their life? If it's an old friend. Some of you are separated. This could be you separated from a family member, separated, I mean, it could be a child with the Six of Cups, separated from someone. I see you quite sad and thinking about this quite a bit. I mean, that can explain this Nine of Swords. Be careful, though. You need to honor yourself, but be careful. I don't like that we have the Hanged Man here. Some of you need to use this sword and free yourself. If you were hung up in some way, and that could be 100 different ways, hung up on an ex, hung up on a particular person, stuck in a relationship, stuck in a dead-end job, whatever it is, hung up, or if you were waiting on something. Now, remember, the Hanged Man landed, I believe, sideways. And so for some of you, this is in the reverse, or it's moving in that direction, which can be you giving up. And I feel like for some of you, that's what's needed. You're maybe scared to do that, though. Free yourself with the Queen of Swords. Cut yourself free. Free your mind, seriously. And I feel like you're doing that. That's what's needed. If you're hung up, especially on anything physical, any sort of material pleasures, this also can be a relationship, anything that has you stuck on hold, you need to think about if it's serving you. Is this no longer serving me? Do I want to start the new year off with this? Or do I need to make some cuts? Some of you will make some cuts. You need to listen to your intuition. But it's going to happen when it's meant to happen, you know? So in the hopes and fears, you have the Hierophant and energy going into the new year. You have the Five of Cups in the reverse. This can be you freeing yourself from the past. Maybe some of you, you know, you were having difficulties with letting go of a past person, an ex. This could be what you're thinking about here around Christmas time. But this is you actually healing. This is you, for some of you, this is you getting help. You could be sitting down with a professional. Could be a therapist. Could be a counselor, a teacher. I mean, it could be a priest for some of you, but that's not all of you. Someone could be helping you move forward. Someone could be helping you move out of a situation that you felt stuck in. If there were some sort of regrets, this is you moving past that. This is you no longer feeling guilty or having regrets. This is you moving forward. And there could be a professional that's helping you. But that's not all of you. Some of you, I mean, this could be you mourning the loss of a marriage or mourning the loss of a long-term relationship. Maybe you had to make some sort of sacrifice. whatever it is, Virgo, whatever was keeping you stuck, whatever you couldn't move on from, I do see you moving on from that. But let's do some clarifying. The Five of Cups is you healing. You're no longer grieving the past. The healing process has begun. Also, your beliefs could be changing. It could be because you've seen the truth or you've heard the truth. Some of you are going to communicate with somebody here in December. You could be hearing something that makes you change your perspective, your beliefs. You could be hearing something. And this is the truth. This would be some sort of truth coming to light that is going to put your mind at ease. I feel like it's very positive, but it's something that you're maybe nervous about. Let's look at the Five of Cups. Okay, and then let's look at the Five of Pentacles. So there could have been a job loss or some sort of rejection. Okay, let's look at the Knight of Swords. What is the Knight of Swords? Knight of Swords for Virgo. Yeah, so healing energy is coming in. What is the Hanging Man, please, for Virgo? Okay. Communication coming in. Again, you're going to hear something and your perspective is going to change. This is a game changer with the Wheel of Fortune here. So maybe some of you that I'm reading for you were too nervous to move forward with something prior. But once you maybe hear something, once some sort of truth comes to light, then you will be able to move forward. Yeah, look at this. Some of you were maybe too emotional or maybe too invested in something, and that's why, you know, we have this Nine of Swords. Oh, look at this. We have the King of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So some of you, maybe you fought for a relationship. You may have fell in love with someone where I'm not sure. I'm not sure if some of you were married or, you know, maybe you just seen long-term with this person. You may have, you know, seen a future with this person. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, the King of Cups, Ten of Cups, Five of Cups. We have another king there. For some of you, this certainly could be a family situation, could be something with business. You may have regrets. There could have been a loss here. You could be getting attention here in December from possibly a Leo, possibly this King of Wands, or this is something that already happened. Some of you, I feel like with what we see at the bottom of this deck, you may actually regret, or you may regret giving someone your time, your energy, your attention, or maybe you were fighting for a connection. But there could be something that you're seeing here with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. There could be something coming to light here. I see you seeing things differently. Could be because you're seeing something. This could be online for those of you that are watching someone. This could be something you're seeing online. For others, though, you may hear something, some sort of truth coming in. And looking at the Knight of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups. So for those of you that are single and looking, this certainly can be new love coming in. Be careful, though, because this could be a whirlwind romance for some of you. We've seen all those kings at the bottom of the deck. So you may have a couple of options in love. Some of you have been single maybe for a little while, but you're good. You're good, but your guard is up. I do see you being a little guarded. Some of you are still getting over the past. But I see you in a good place, and you may have this whirlwind romance. Others, your feelings could be stirred here. You may be hearing from a particular person. We have some fire sign energy coming through. You may be hearing some sort of truth, gaining some sort of fresh perspective. Your emotions being stirred. This definitely can be an ex that is trying to come back in. I see you, again, I see you healing. We have the Sun clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So this is a freeing energy. This is a healing energy. If there was a rejection or some sort of loss, I see you moving past that. There could be a gift that's coming in, but also with the Five of Cups in the reverse, I see you healing. You're no longer really grieving the past. You're actually getting over whatever happened. And it could be because there's some help that's coming in. This could be from an organization, or I mean, it could be any sort of help. Therapy, could be working with your doctor or doctors, something like that. Could be a priest, of course, a teacher. But I see you getting over the past, and with that, with you being able to, with you letting go of the past pain, you're now able to manifest something new. And some of you, your confidence is coming back. And so we have the Magician here. This is you manifesting something new, and it's because you're letting go of the past. For some of you, this Knight of Swords could be coming in very quickly with this Ace of Cups. So he can be like the hero, or someone who wants to be the hero. He wants to come off that way. He can come in very quickly. This can be a whirlwind romance, but be very careful. Knights do not stick around. You would definitely need to look into this a little bit more here. I suggest watching your other signs, but also honor thyself. You have the High Priestess here, along with the Honor Thyself card coming out. Your gut knows exactly what you should do. Don't let your fears overpower that, instinct. Listen to your higher self. You have a lot of spiritual energy here. Really. All right, let's pull you some additional guidance cards for Virgo. Some of you definitely dealing with a Leo, Pisces, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, possibly Gemini, maybe another Virgo is significant. Okay, let's look at career. I feel like if there was a job loss or a lack financially, you're actually coming out of this. Some of you shining. All right. Let's look at your love life, Virgo. All right. And I'm just pulling you one last card from this deck here, Virgo. Wow, a lot of signs are getting this card. This card keeps coming out. So watch your other signs. You may actually have gotten this message twice. Let's see what sign you're dealing with. I believe Aquarius had this. So again, you may have Aquarius in your chart. Let's see. Virgo. Well, there you go. Could be Gemini as well. Gemini. Virgo. Some of you have Gemini in your chart. Could be dealing with another Virgo. Okay. Could be dealing with an Aries. We have last quarter moon in Aries. Work through your feelings. Another sign had this as well. So needing to work through your feelings. There's a lot of fear. Could be paranoia, but a lot of fear here. And this could be a fear of opening up. For some of you, this could be a fear of marriage. It's all, it's all going to be different for all of you. You're all going to resonate differently. So that's interesting. And then we also have visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such a great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision on that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. So, I mean, some of you are maybe too stuck in your head, overthinking things. You may actually be a little impatient here, impatient for something new to come in. And, if something doesn't come in, you may have Aries in your chart, because if something doesn't come in super quick, you may get a little frustrated. You may tend to think the worst because of that. But visualize and then have that abundant mindset. Okay. Looking at your love life, we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So some self-love, some self-care is in order. Some of you, you've already maybe done that, but some of you, this is something that you need to continue here throughout December. Love yourself, value yourself, know your worth. For some of you, you do have an ex that's coming back in, or they're trying to. And if it's not an ex, this could be, for some of you, it could be an old friend or someone you grew up with. For others, though, this could be the hero that's coming in. Someone is coming in, they're going to try to help you, and they also may try to sweep you up off of your feet as well. So keep that in mind. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. I can't speak. Usually when that happens, it means that communication is a problem. But I see you being quiet prior, and at the start of the month, I still see you being quiet. That may shift suddenly, though. If something is on your mind, I feel like you need to speak your truth. Once this is out in the open, and we do have the Page of Wands here, once this is out in the open, I feel like this is a good thing. So I feel like I can't speak because you need to get something off of your chest. Very interesting. Okay. So yeah, work through your fears. Love yourself first. While you're loving yourself, Virgo, and this is something you've been doing, but while you're doing this, new love is going to come in. So you may have a decision that you have to make. Do you want to explore this new path? That's on you. Maybe you need more information, and that's why you need to speak up. All right, Virgo, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed. All right, guys.